this is Gabrielle Wheeler, my final lesson plan video for differentiation for all learners. My lesson is 5th grade science. The lesson is titled Humans Are Part of the Food Web Too. With me today I have my son Renee, who is below a 5th grade reading level, and Sandra, who is in 4th grade but reads at a 6th grade reading level. So we're going to get started. So first, we're going to introduce today's lesson with these images. I have a picture, so pretend this is our smart board. I have a picture of the ocean, the Amazon rainforest, the Savannah plains, and the front yard of the school. Can you think of any ways in which these might all have something in common?
It rains.
It rains.
So,
Does it rain here?
Yeah.
On the Amazon or on the African plains?
A little bit, not much, but it does.
Does it rain under the ocean?
No. Well, it rains above it. And
Rains
it goes
above.
into it. So, here, and here are all dangerous. Here, crocodiles, snake, monkey. Here, shark, squid, octopuses, whale. Here, being stepped on by giant elephants.
Is it dangerous on the school front yard?
No.
No, so really, really close. So what I was thinking was that humans impact the movement of matter in all of these ecosystems. We may not live under the water, but what we do above the water impacts what happens under the water.
So we're technically dangerous.
We are the dangerous one. Well, impacting doesn't have to be bad. But I like your thought. I like your thought. Okay, hang on. We'll come back to it. All right, so our learning targets for today, by the end of the lesson, I want you to be able to say yes to these things. Yes, I can visually represent how humans fit into the food chain. Yes, I can draw conclusions about how humans impact the movement of matter. So you may not be able to right now, but by the end, hopefully you can. That's the goal. Okay, so we are going to review. That's okay, leave this in here. Thank you, though. We're going to review what we've done the other days in our classes. I have this for you. It's on the group goal classroom, or you can look at it on the paper. So you guys watched the brain pop video. We've done that. We've been talking about producers, consumers, and decomposers. So here's two representations of the food web, right? A food chain, a food web. The first one kind of shows, they both show the food chain. So it starts at the sun, right? Mm-hmm. Then where does it go? Who uses the sun to make food?
Grass.
Plants. Plants use photosynthesis to produce food. Who eats the plants? Renee?
I just don't know what it's called, but I know it's a grasshopper.
That's a picture of a grasshopper. So an insect, a primary consumer, correct? Bugs, insects. But can I be a primary consumer if I like to eat lettuce? Yeah, I'm a primary consumer if I eat plants. So how about a secondary consumer? What does a secondary consumer eat?
The snakey eats the grasshopper.
The snake may eat the grasshopper. So a secondary consumer eats the primary consumer. And we didn't talk any higher than that. So consumers eat the producers directly or indirectly, either right from eating the plants or from eating something else that eats the plants. And then what happens when we die? When the consumer dies?
The bacteria comes.
The bacteria, the decomposers break it down.
Yeah, the bacteria comes, and then it gets smaller and smaller,
and it kind of turns back into soil, which the producer uses to grow along with sun and water. So look at the next one. Anybody want to sum that one up for me?
So the sun makes the grass grow.
Yep.
Then the grasshopper eats the grass. Then the omnivore eats the grasshopper. Then the carnivore eats the omnivore. and then the carnivore eats the carnivore.
Good reading. So the grasshopper is the herbivore and eats the plants. A mouse might be a carnivore and eats the herbivore or eats the producers, the plants. The snake is a carnivore and only eats meat, so it eats the primary. They have this called a secondary consumer, but it might be a primary consumer if it eats the grass, right? Or eats the grasshopper. And then the hawk will eat another consumer. And when they die, they are broken down by the consumers, and the whole cycle starts again.
It decomposes.
It decomposes, yes, with the decomposers. You're right, I'm sorry, yes, I said it wrong. Good use of our vocabulary. I have our vocabulary up here to remind us. Sandra, do you want to talk a little bit about this one? Take a chance to look at it. We've got these on your Google Classroom as well, where you can look at it on the paper. Or does anybody else want to volunteer?
I'll do it.
Okay.
So, this is the food, like the plants, the flowers, the nuts, seeds, fruit, and insects that these would eat. And then up here is what would eat these. And up here is what would eat these and these too, some of them. But this probably wouldn't eat the squirrel.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so using our vocabulary, I think I'm going to sum up what you said. Thank you very much. So our producers and our decomposers are at the bottom. And I'm going to agree with that and what's written on here, except I don't know, can you have a seat please? I don't know as I feel insects are actually producers and decomposers. I'm going to put them here with primary consumers, right? Because I think that insects eat the plants. They don't produce their own food, right? So they're primary consumers. I agree that I don't think the black-tipped jackrabbit is a secondary consumer. That's a primary consumer because the jackrabbit is not going to eat the squirrel.
Or the toad.
I don't think it's going to. But the toad might be a secondary consumer because it might eat the moth, which is a primary consumer. And then our coyotes and our mountain lions and bobcats are at the top of the food chain, coming back down the bottom. All right, so thumbs up, thumbs down, thumb in the middle. Thumb up if you feel like you know. Like you feel like you know what's going on. Thumb down if you don't. In the middle if you're so-so. All right, great. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next part. Alrighty, so we only have 3 of us. So I have some cards. This is where you fit into the food chain. And you're going to tape this onto your shirt. And we're going to use the chair as one of them. Could I have you pop up? Because I'm going to move the table for space as well. It is a field mouse. So who are you, Sandra?
Cooper's hawk.
Who are you, Renee?
The field mouse.
The field mouse, and I'm Clover. Raise your hand if you're a producer. Raise your hand if you're a consumer. You guys are both consumers, right? Okay. Alright, can you guys stand up for me? Let's see if I can get this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out of the way too much. Can you get a pop up? Okay. And we're going to have, come back you chair. We have a human. The human's over here. Human had tape on him already.
Oh my.
Okay, so human's right there. Human is going to start it. Human is going to start it. So can we form a circle? Let's form a kind of circle. Okay, so human's starting. Human's going to pass across Human is doing it. Across the circle, going to toss the yarn. We're going to make a web. We're going to make our own food web. And then, so this is going to go, can you stand over there? This is going to go to the Cooper's hawk. So you're going to hold this tight. So hold this right here. And then you're actually going to toss to me. I'm going to hold it tight. Kitty, we don't want your... And then we're going to pass it to you. And you're going to hold it tight with me. So then we need to unravel it. And then it's going to come back to human. So hold it right there. Okay.
We have cat too.
That's okay. So here's our food web.
This cat eats Cooper hawk.
Human, hold on to your yarn. Okay. So, what does it look like? Just hold it with your fingers, please. What does it look like we're making?
M.
An M? If we're thinking about food webs, what have we made with our yarn?
A web.
A web. We've made a web. We've got our producers and our consumers. I have other cards that have decomposers and environments too. Okay, so right now, can you hold your web tight? You let it go, somebody will fall. Okay, right now I need the Cooper's hawk and the field mouse to become extinct. So drop your web. What happened? What happened to the whole food web? Sorry, she's holding it up. What happened to the whole food web?
It disappeared.
What happened to the web?
It went down.
How did humans impact it? It didn't show what it was, but do you think, so what if the humans made the field mice go extinct?
Then,
What happened to the Cooper's hawk?
Then I hunger, so I go.
So, yeah, and it made an